see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's a great job by Georgie, and we appreciate him, and that takes a lot of guts to get up there. You're going to have to excuse my voice a little bit. I was in first and second grade PE and got a little frog in my throat, and so, but we are here tonight in the friendly confines of Jink Simmons. And the Lady Indians are getting ready to take on the Lady Maroons from Perry. And Coach Chad Whitney has got his young ladies over, and they're getting ready for the announcements right now. And joining me tonight is a gentleman that none of you have probably heard before. I know I haven't. And just welcome, and we appreciate you. And introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I am Chad Slane. I'm from here in El Reno, Oklahoma. Went to school here, played sports here. I've been a head wrestling coach at a few different schools, Chandler being one of them, and then of course in Oklahoma City. I was a head wrestling coach there, and so now I'm teaching here in El Reno, and I was asked to do this. I'm excited to be here. I get to announce at a couple different tournaments as we go throughout the year, so I announce OK USA Youth State, and I did a couple years ago hang on just one second. Oh, cool. I did a couple years ago, I did the Greco freestyle duel. So I'm excited to be here and commentating with you guys tonight.
Well, and again, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. Even though I had a great nephew that wrestled for Hofstra University and went to the NCAA tournament, and I know very little about wrestling. So glad to have you and your expertise up here.
Well, I'm glad to be here. It's exciting. Looks like we should have a good matchup between Perry and El Reno tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started here. Up first at 100 pounds for El Reno, Remy Whitney. And for Perry, Grace Licklitter. All right, at 105 for El Reno, Nigel Miller. Perry is open. Double forfeit 110 at 115 for El Reno, Brooklyn Huggins. At 120 for your El Reno Indians, Claire Solansky. Perry is open. El Reno is open at 125. Perry has Sabin Owen. El Reno's open at 130. Perry has Peyton At 135 for El Reno, Seeley Chronister. And for Perry, Alexi Valencia. El Reno is open at 140 for Perry, Addison Nita. Up to 155 for El Reno, Lily Erasmus, getting a forfeit. At 170, El Reno's open for Perry, Cammie Wilson. At 190 for El Reno, Emma Resendez. And for Perry, Avery Teddick. And at 235 for El Reno, PJ Hall receiving a forfeit. Good luck, ladies.
I'm going to make some assumptions that based on the open weights and the amount of wrestlers that they have, that there will be some bump ups to find some matches tonight. So it looks like there's about 3 different spots that either coach could do that for.
Well, what exactly does that mean?
So you're allowed to bump up 1 weight if you have an extra person there. So for example, we have 2 people that weighed in at 100 and 1 person that weighed in at 105. So in theory, as you can see, Kylie could bump up to 110, get the forfeit win. Remy or Zoe could bump up to 105, and then Perry could match them by bumping up 1 person to match and get a match at 105.
Okay.
So, I mean, you don't have to do that. In theory,
Right.
both of them could just do whatever they have a weight in at, but you can do that. It's a little strategy for it.
Okay. Interesting. On behalf of El Reno Athletic Director and Indians head basketball coach Rodney Hayden, Director of Athletics Operations Mr. Fred Slaughter, El Reno High School Principal Mr. Tim Pounds, and El Reno Superintendent of Schools Mr. Matt Goucher, we welcome you to the home opener of El Reno Wrestling. And take it away.
There's the whistle. Quick ankle pick right there. We got 3 points for El Reno's Whitney. Looks like she's going for a cradle right here, working. She's got. Oh, she went back behind the hips. Ooh,
Good move.
it is nice. It's got the back points. Looking for more right here. Looks like she's going to run a little power half. Keeping her flat. Went underneath. She's going to pull that out, try to go to her back, and no, she's not going to get it there. She's going to let her up and go back on the attack. So Perry gets 1. Looks like we have a 7-1 match. A nice little high crotch. Going to finish on the mat, wrapping around, 3 points. Has her on her back. We're getting swipes here. She could probably finish right here if she comes up to the head. She's going to lock her into, trying to lock her into a cradle, it looks like. Nope, she's going to let her back over. Still, she's going to have a 14-1. So she either needs to get to pin here or she will end up tech falling this girl right here.
Very near pin right there.
She's flat. That's it.
Got her. Well, nicely done. She had a lot of really good moves. What was that one move that she made when she flipped her over? She kind of grapevined her leg and then flipped her over and almost pinned her then on that first move. I'd
have to actually backtrack through and think about it. So I know she tried for a power half. She didn't get that. She went to try to get the move on her back. She tried a cradle in there. She ended up pinning her with the half. So I'm not sure. I'd have to actually go back and think about it. I'm sorry. I need
no,
instant
you're good.
I need an instant replay up here.
You're good. And who is this?
So they did. Perry did bump up. So this looks like Niley Miller against Constance Odell. So Perry bumped one up, like we were talking about earlier, that they could, and they're getting a match here at 105. And Niley is quick to get the 3. She looks like she has a bar and a half here. Nope, she went for a wing. Sorry, it's hard to see up here a little bit. So she's got a wing and a bar. She let go of it. Now she has a half on a. Oh, that might have been. She might have had a full Nelson there. Luckily, it did not get caught by the referee. She's trying to dig in a wing on this left side. Oh, she's going to turn her here. She kind of has a limped wing in there, like not really in very deep, but the other girl is not giving her much effort on the bottom side of it. She's got a cross face. Get that leg back free. Pick the ankle and go back flat. Now she's got the wing in pretty good. Let's see if she's going to get out to the side and run it. Run to the head.
Ten seconds.
Well, she just needs to stay in control right here and finish out this period. There it is.
So what is Coach Whitney telling her right now? I know that she almost got the girl turned.
He was telling her how to finish there. So he was telling her she needs to run to the side on the chicken wing, or she needs to just run the half on the other side. She was trying a chicken wing half. You can run it either way if you get into that position. Right here, she needs to defend. Good, heavy hips. She can cross-face her off of right here. She has the ankle. She's going to pull herself behind. Just cross-face her off of your leg. There you go. Now you got it. So you can see she's digging in the half right here on the right side. She needs to stop wrestling on her knees a little bit, get a little bit more pressure on her. It's allowing the other girl to base up. She's wrestling strong.
And this is 105, correct?
Yes. It is 105. They bumped one of their 100s up. She's got the wing in there. She's got a reinforced bar right there. The other girl used the pressure right there to stand up. Now he's still in control. You can hear the coach is telling her to keep running. She's almost got her turned. She's going to get her flat right here. There it is. There's the pin. She finally got that wing. She was working it the whole time.
Nice job. She was definitely the aggressor from start to finish.
She did a solid job. And now with the best walk-up music in this duel. Little No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Now wrestling for your El Reno Lady Indian Senior Brooklyn Huggins.
So Brooklyn Huggins versus AJ Warren from Perry. This is 115. Aggressive in the ties there. Little snap. Reno has showed to be so far the more physical team.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Good snap down. She's going to try to go behind. Securing it there, posting the head. Perry girl's not letting her go, though. She's trying to fight to score, too. She's going to get ahead in the whole cradle here, though. No, but Perry coach is arguing that El Reno has never had control so far and that they awarded those 3 points a little early. The official does not agree.
1 minute to go.
Oh, she could get a... Thought she was going to try to get a cradle right there, but she didn't. She's standing there. Oh, there it is. There she's attempting for it. She's behind on the hips. She can do a lot more offense right here. Got her flat. Got the cross face. Looks like she's going to go for a barbed wire. Cradle. Switch to the cradle. Got short time, about 17 seconds, 15 seconds left. She might have gave up on that a little quick. Less than 5 seconds left. Just got to keep her flat and make sure she doesn't get an escape.
Once again, the El Reno girls, very aggressive.
Yeah, it
Seem
definitely helps.
seem to be controlling the.
Perry defers. El Reno's going to take neutral. And try to get another quick takedown here. A little bit more aggression out of Perry right there. Got a quick shot. We're getting back in on the reshot. Perry will score there. Tried to throw her a little bit and kind of put ourselves in a bad position here. We are going to get up here. Lost control. 1 point. We're going to take a 4-3 lead. Working to score. Needs to get inside position on these ties. Kind of just hanging in there. There we go. Work the whole circle. Nice. That was a nice takedown. And taking her to her back. We're getting swipes here. Switch to the half. Got 3 points. Near fall. Working the 2-on-1, going into a crossface, a physical crossface.
Yeah.
Going into the power half. She's not overcommitting to it. She's keeping control. Switch to a wing. I mean, falling from move to move here. She might be giving up on him a little quick, but she is doing nice transitions to try to work here. All right, and this is that kind of position. If the other girl is staying flat, not working to escape, and we're going from move to move, that if I was coach, I would probably start looking for calling for a stall. Oh, she's going to get her turned here. We're going to at least get some back points. Might get her flat with 5 seconds. No, not quite going to get there, I don't think. Still got the full 4. Man, it's hard for me just remembering all the point changes for this year.
I think you're doing a great job. I'm glad you're here.
I had to think about it. And we're going to go neutral again for the 3rd period. Perry trailing 14-3 in this duel, in this match, 12-0 in the duel. Working a Russian tie, or 2-on-1 tie, whatever you want to call it. That's another interesting thing about wrestling is a lot of people call a lot of the same things different things. Nice. Nice. That was a really clean takedown right there. The 14-0 advantage. Next score for El Reno will be a tech fall unless we pin her right here. Crossface, just run through the head. Gotta run. I think if she goes out and runs it right there, she can do it. I'll be honest. You get crossface, you have that leg post, you get starting getting circled on a mat, it is very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and she's very, like you said earlier, very aggressive with that crossface.
There it is again. She's going to try to pull the arm out. No, now she's going to the cradle. She's going to get locked up this time. Run to the head. Just keep on it. Don't give it up. No. I need to stop coaching on the commentator's table, though.
40 seconds left.
Looks like she's trying to pull that arm underneath and get a barbed wire. Now she's switching to the cradle, so I mean she could get it there. And we got a stall warning for Perry. I think that probably should have came a little bit ago. Official's doing a great job overall, though, so I shouldn't complain. I understand it's hard to actually make that call.
Five seconds.
She's got to get her turned right here. Nope. So we'll get a major decision. Yeah, they'll have just seen a pin there, though.
Yeah. She did everything but.
That is very true.
Now wrestling for your El Reno, Lady Indian, Junior, Elena.
So it looks like they bumped Elena up to 120. She's going to take the forfeit at 120, so they're going to bump Claire Solansky up to 125 to wrestle Perry's Sabin Owen. Like I said, I knew there would be some bumping based on this weight sheet.
Right. Just got a message from Patty Purvis. The boys will be playing John Marshall tomorrow in the Hera tournament at 5:30, and the girls will be playing at 7, but we're not sure who they're going to be playing yet.
Now there's some clubbing going on out here. You got to love that physicality. Both of them are being pretty aggressive here. You got to be under control, though. You got to stay under control. Perry with a nice takedown. We're getting right back up, though, so that's good. Oh, can't let him. There you go. You got to move on bottom. The longer you're down there, the more likely you're going to get tired just sitting there, having the person's weight on you,
Right.
too. The more likely you are to allow them to get points.
Correct. What weight division is this again?
Oh, sorry. It is, they bumped Claire up 125. 125. So Claire's wrestling up a weight class. Nice stand-up. She needs to come back up again right here. So giving them that delay allows Perry to get back in control and allows them to stay in control and work to score points. The best follow-up to a stand-up is another stand-up. Or you can work a secondary technique and go from that to a switch, a cutback, whatever, but you got to keep moving. The longer she's here, the more likely Perry is to score. Gonna sit position, gonna roll back through. She's gonna pop up here. Working on, she's trying to get a cradle right here. She might be able to rock this back. El Reno needs to fight the hands here. She needs to fight the hands here, not let her get her over. She's working it now. It's a dangerous position to be in if you're an El Reno wrestler. Do not want to be locked in a cradle here. She got loose. Now she's got to work to get back to her base and stand up. Trying for a switch. Unfortunately, she did not get that separation. She's on her back.
Yeah.
She's trying to bridge out of it. She needs to use the side of the mat here as much as she can. Know where she is. She's fighting up. She's fighting up. Perry's working to get better position here. Gonna just barely avoided the fall right there. The referee was definitely going to give it to her.
Yeah.
Starting in neutral in period 2. Perry is definitely being physical here. We've, ooh.
And what was that move, Chad?
Looks like she's trying to do an arm throw of some sort, but
That's what I was.
she's going to get around. Got to let go of the, got to get their head out. Got to get your head out. Got to get your head out. She's definitely been working some Greco in the offseason though, trying that. Oh. Sometimes you just get caught.
Yeah.
She almost got around. I mean, like I said, that was a good attempt.
And being behind as far as she was, that was really about the only thing that she could do is try to get that, like you said, that attempt. But
Well, with the scoring the way it is now, I mean, you're in the second period, you're down 7-0. I mean, takedown's 3. I will say that. Like, takedown's 3, you have plenty of time. Like, that is the one advantage of it. But, you know, you also look at the scoreboard and you see yourself down 7-0, and you're like, man, I gotta do something.
Right.
I had a kid, we're wrestling at the Cushing tournament. He's down, hit a lat drop, okay. Got the 2 for the takedown, got the 3 for the back points, just holding him there. Felt like he needed to pin him, even though he was now ahead. Tried to hold on to that position for too long and ended up getting pinned himself. And it's one of those things that, like, you see yourself behind, and then all of a sudden you don't realize, hey, you can get out of it.
right.
So that was a forfeit at 1:30. So this should be 1:35 coming up, unless they just. So this should be Sealy Chronister and Alexi Valencia. Nice, high crotch. Nice little takedown. Good way to start off. Now she's got to keep her flat. Working to stand up. You got to return her here. Not going to get there. She's going to get loose. We got to get right back on the aggressive. We're taking a little bit too long to kind of get there. We're just stay on the attack. Go for it again.
Chad,
a Russian tie right there.
What grade is Sealy in?
And I apologize. That I do not know. It does not say on here. I just have the weight sheet, so.
Okay.
Neither of them really committing to try to really set each other up here. Nice little club right there. Pretty physical right there. I think Sealy needs to get back into that Russian. She was looking into his position right there. You can hit a fireman off of it. She has a nice high crotch. I mean, she's shown that already. Needs to be back to being the aggressor. I don't think this Perry girl really wants to attack. Working the inside ties. Working inside ties. Little push-pull. Snap right there to end the period. I think we probably left a little bit of points on the mat right there. I think we're probably should have been a little bit more aggressive. But We are winning the match. And I believe Perry just chose top. So he believes this Perry girl can score. Might have got away with the locked hands right there. Working to get her hips away. And back to return. She could pop right back up here. She's trying to. Got to be confident in it. You can hear the coaches saying you're out. I believe she was too. But you take too long right there, it allows your opponent to pressure into you, allows them to get you back down flat. She's staying in her base here, but Perry's letting that arm hang over there. We're probably, if we keep working right there, we might be able to work ourselves around. We want to try to stay underneath the arms, not like behind the arms, behind their hips. You don't want to really be hanging over the top. That's how you let a person get out.
There you go.
And there it is. That's a 4-1 advantage. And there's that high crotch again to the fireman.
Oh, nice.
To the fireman, right there. Let her roll over. I think she could have probably got some back points there if she had stayed on it, but she's pushing down, rolling up that bar. She feels it right here. I think she feels some points coming on. Working to get that wing. Seen a lot of that from the girls tonight. You can tell they've been practicing it. It's a good go-to, actually.
20 seconds to go in the second.
20 seconds. I can hear Coach Whitney yelling bar half. And there's his. She's got the bar, got the half. Needs to get her a little bit flatter first. It's kind of a little bit hard to do from a based up position, though you could wipe her forward across your legs, but she wasn't really in a position to do that. With 4 seconds left, she just needs to keep control right here. It's a good match.
Yeah, it is.
Coach Whitney's going to start him neutral. I think that's a good idea. Hopefully we shoot that high crotch right off the bat, and we don't waste time. We get her flat early. Little club. She's going to set it up. She's a lot more physical now. She's initiating some of it. She's backing off of it right there. A little push-pull action, snapping. You can hear Coach Whitney saying, we need a takedown. He knows it. She's just got to feel it. She's got good position right here with the inside tie on this hand. Little slow motion right there. That wasn't what we were looking for. No points given up, but this is where conditioning kind of gets into effect. You can tell.
Yes. I was just thinking that, and it looks like Seeley has more in the tank.
The other girl has stopped trying to do any sort of offense. So. Snap, go. Snap, go. There it was. There it is. You got to finish. You can't stop. Give both hands to one. Put it to the mat. Finish on the mat. There it is. Climb up top, and you got the points. There you go.
Nice.
3. 10-1 advantage. 12 seconds left. Might as well try to get some more points here. We're going to finish on top as the time runs out. In actual matches, we're doing well. We've got a few forfeits that are costing us on the team score a little bit, but.
So how exactly does that work, Chad?
So forfeits are 6 points, same as the hand. Tech falls 5.
Okay.
Majors 4. And then, of course, a regular decision is 3.
Freshman Lily Harrisman.
Okay, so that is your 155. So that'll add to our score. And then at 170, Perry will go out and take a forfeit. I wonder if they're going to have them wrestle an exhibition match and just have them bump up and not score. It might be one of those deals where you're like, well, I'm not sure how this is going to play out, so you want to get the guaranteed 6, trade 6 for 6, no loss, no gain. We'll see. There's Cammie Wilson for Perry taking the 170 win. Looks like they win.
Lady Indian freshman Emma Resendez.
So they just said Emma Resendez is a freshman. So
Yes.
this will be the 190. Emma Resendez against Avery Tetic. That was pretty good ability to not let her get in deep on that. Now she's just got to keep pressure on the head, try to work those arms off the leg. Oh, can't do that. You don't want to be on your toes. You get on your toes in those positions, it allows her to get up and get deeper. Now all she's got to do is get off one arm off the leg and wrap behind them. Of course, Perry's not in a good position to finish that. And this is going to end up kind of a complete switch of position here. Now they have us in a front chin lock. We're working to keep that elbow tight, which is good. It allows you to not allow them to have control. She can work back up to a stance here. Might try a sucker drag or something like that, depending on what's on the other side. The referee's going to call a stalemate, and they'll go back to neutral.
Well, she's given up a lot of height. So what is that to her advantage, or
Yeah,
as far as leverage?
it just really depends. I mean, if you want to stay in a collar with someone taller than you, all that weight's going to go on your head. So if I was that Perry girl, I'd be snapping. I'd be working the head and neck, and just basically your ability to all your chain of muscles that basically keep you upright. I'd be working all that. On the other hand, if maybe I'm just saying this because I'm 5'9" myself. Being a little bit shorter than some people can have some advantages too. You can be some quick. You're already lower. They have to lower their level to you.
Right.
So that puts a little bit of strain on the hip area for them. Trying for a headlock right here. Headlock could be a dangerous, just like that. If you don't throw it, if you don't get it thrown, if you're in a bad position to throw it, especially with a girl that tall, sometimes you end up giving up points. Luckily, we didn't give up the pin right there. So we give up 3 right there. Don't give up any more, but it could have been worse. Some people think that at these bigger weights, and they could be right, that the hip toss, the headlock throws, that are great techniques. And then there's people that wrestled at smaller weights that goes, man, those are emergency techniques at the end of the match.
Right.
So different philosophies there. Giving up that height right there definitely hurt her. She was able to tripod, get to her feet, and stand up. There's the one. We're going to have a hard time on top, it looks like, but we still need to get the points for a takedown. If we can win on our feet, still win this match. I mean, she's got to be thinking this is period 2. We get a takedown, that's 3. Even if we give up the 1, we start down in the third period. We get the 1 right there, maybe get 2 for a reversal. We have an easy chance to win this match. I'll be honest. It looks like Perry might be a little bit down on conditioning a little bit here because, their girl looks a little tired. A little tired.
Yeah, she may have exerted all of her energy right there at the beginning.
She got a takedown right there. That was just bad positioning on our part there. Just let her take us over. There was no real technique involved in that takedown, if you were going to ask.
Right.
If you want to know another advantage height gives you is the cradles, working cross faces. You can still be positioned on their hips pretty good and be able to work above the arms. You know, earlier when I was talking about you want to be behind the arms, behind the hips, working there. Well, this gives you a little bit more leeway.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking for a cross-face cradle right here. She looks like she might get it locked up. Not yet. Not yet. We're fighting pretty good on bottom here, but
Yep. She's got 5 seconds.
She's got it now. She's going to try to turn her weird, though. It was not a good way to turn her. So it might have kept us in this match a lot longer. So it was good. 7-0. Coach Whitney's going to start us on top, it looks like. Going to try for a turn. Try for a big score. Big time score right here. Negative thing right there is we were wrestling on our knees. We can't put pressure on the taller girl. Like you were talking about leverage earlier. You want to be on your toes. You want to be pressured into them. You don't want space between your hips and their body. The tighter you are, the harder it is for them. You can literally feel the oxygen getting sucked out of you when it's that tight. You can see that Perry girl is doing a good job of that right now.
Yeah.
She's
Where does riding time come into?
Well, in high school, it's not a thing.
Okay.
So it used to be, I think. I don't know. It would have been before my time.
Right.
So, but in high school, it is not a thing. The more you're on top, though, the more tired the bottom person gets, 100%.
Yeah. Freshman battled.
She did. Hopefully, next time we can stay in there the whole time, not give up the pin at the very end. But there was a lot of fight there. She made it hard on her. And I think as she gets older and fixes a little bit of those technique things, she'll probably be a little monster.
You bet.
So we got PJ Hall. And she will receive a forfeit to end the duel, so that'll be your final score. I believe it's 40-30. El Reno getting the victory there. I'll tell you, I think we only lost 2 matches in actual matches. Am I right?
Correct.
Am I remembering that correct? So,
yes.
we wrestled well. Perry hasn't had girls wrestling for a long time, but much like El Reno, if you can look around the arena, I mean, there's plenty of state championships to go around here. There are plenty of state championships to go around there as well. So
yes,
they have the history and the tradition. So. Only coming out of a duel and winning and only losing 2 matches is solid.
Yeah. Well done by the Lady Indians and Coach Whitney. And we are going to step away. We're going to pay a few bills, and we'll be back for Indians wrestling.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Yukon Tag owner and licensed operator Jeannie Pennington, your local full-service tag agency. Services including Oklahoma Real ID, driver's licenses, and state IDs. Tag and titles, notary, Pike Pass transponders, and more. Located just a short drive away at 103 East Vandament Avenue in Yukon, next to Subway. Call for more information at 405-354-3566 or email us at yukontag@gmail.com.
Locally owned Phillips Insurance is an independent insurance agency that has provided high-quality insurance products to Oklahomans for over 15 years. We specialize in home, auto, renters, boats, mobile homes, and much, much more. And we pride ourselves on the highest level of customer service. You can call us at 405-262-0442 or stop by our office located at 709 Eagle Circle in El Reno to get a quote. We'd love to serve your insurance needs.
We know you have options when it comes to your vehicles, so we are grateful for the fact that you make us your dealership of choice. Whether you are needing service or parts on your existing vehicles, or possibly you are in the market for a new or newer vehicle, at Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, we will never take your time, loyalty, and friendship for granted. We are here for you. 405-262-2466, I-40 and Highway 81, exit 125. Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, the dealership with the gray canopy covers.
Canadian Valley Pharmacy is rooted in art and science, rooted in tradition, rooted in wellness and the local community. For over 60 years, we've been serving generations of friends and neighbors. You'll find full-service prescription filling and compounding, a complete line of over-the-counter products, immunizations, medical equipment rental, boutique gift items, and gift wrapping is free. When you need wellness solutions, think of CVP. Canadian Valley Pharmacy, 1605 West Elm in El Reno.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
All right, and we are back. The junior high duel against Midwest City. If you were following earlier, we had the ladies duel against Perry. Our junior high and high school duels will be against Midwest City. And we're getting ready to begin. There will be 4 forfeits by Midwest City to start this duel. I do not see El Reno bumping Kit Frazier up to wrestle. But then again, it might happen. Might want to get that match there. Might try to force into that situation. That way people are getting matches. I mean, it is a junior high duel after all. It's all about building these guys to the future. So we'll see how that plays out. But there will be a series of forfeits through both lineups as this duel progresses. El Reno's missing a 106, a 119. It looks like they had a 126 that did not make weight, and a 170. So they will have 4 empties as the first forfeit by Midwest City comes through. Midwest City, on the other hand, is missing 5 weights, and the first 4 of them, of course, El Reno's getting points for now, taking a quick, potentially 24-0 lead in this duel. That looks like the last of the El Reno forfeits, and they did in fact take a 24-0 lead. Midwest City will get the forfeit at 106, giving them 6 points, making it 24-6 as we get into our first match where both teams have filled a weight. And at this weight, we'll have DeMarco Guzman of El Reno against RJ Sanchez of Midwest City. The Midwest City wrestlers coming out aggressively. Looks like El Reno's going to go to try to throw a headlock. Got into a position defensively where he felt like he could get there. And now they're both going to fight for position through the ties. Midwest City wrestler almost had a single. Got around behind. The El Reno wrestler got to his feet real quick. Is going for a headlock. He might get it over. He let go of the arm there. Midwest City is going to score once he gets that head loose, and there it is. And Midwest City will take a 3-0 lead in the match. And just like in the ladies' duel, that wrestler was keeping his arm draped over the top. He was able to get 2 hands to the one, pull it off, and get the escape. Down 3-1 with around 50 seconds left in the round, or the period. And Midwest City's looking for a single. Trying to get a neck whip, it kind of looked like, from El Reno standpoint. And he ends up giving up another 3. But he is looking to score here. In on a high crotch position there. Switching to a double. Clean takedown right there. Getting the reversal, 2 points. Finding himself down 6-3. Run and a half, though. If he can get a turn right here, he's got a bar and a half. If he can get him turned right here, he'll get some back points at least with 12 seconds remaining. Can't give up the escape, though. Cannot give up the escape in that situation. Not with short time. Midwest City extends the lead 7-3 with that 1-point escape. Well, like I mentioned earlier, though, with takedowns to being 3 points. We're going to start neutral in this second period. Midwest City deferred. We're going to take neutral. 3 points. Makes this 7-6. It evens up really fast. Need to circle in right here. Once again, in that kind of headlock position, we're ending up there a lot. That might be a go-to for this kid, but that's dangerous. And we just gave up another 3 to Midwest City. Looked like he had the ability to finish a high crotch pretty effectively earlier. If he gets out of this and gets the escape, he might want to go right back to that. Taking 2 hands to the one, going to take it off the head, but we leave the boundary, and we're going to get a restart. We're in the bottom position, referee position. Top man will cover. He's moving good on bottom here. It's making it hard for the Midwest City wrestler to keep control. Now there's a full Nelson. There's going to be a technical violation, 1 point. I was a little bit worried the referee wouldn't call that for a second, but he got it. Good positioning by our official. And there we are on the restart, moving up. He's got to keep moving here. You got to keep moving. Take your step. You have hand control. Get up there. He's up. He should have been out. In a position here. Midwest City wrestler losing control, but they haven't given it to him the escape yet. If he needs to separate a little bit, get the one. There it is. Now he can get a takedown. 3 points, 50 seconds left. Down 10-5. If he can get this takedown and finish right here, it'll be a new match. He's got to stick with it or come back to his feet, one or the other. Stick with it or come back to his feet. He's going to come back to his feet here. There it is. Work the whole mat. Don't let him get centered back. Keep the pressure up right here. Got to keep the pressure up. 20 seconds around remaining in this period. We don't want to allow this guy to breathe. He needs a score right here. Attempt at the high crotch, kind of just reaching there. Didn't get a great shot off. Now we're down 13-5. He's taking the 2 hands to one. We're going to get the escape. Okay, it is now 13-6. Finally got into an attack position. A little too late as we enter the third period. Down 13-6. Looked like they were doing 2-2-2 on the deal. Junior high a lot of time is 2-130, 130. They have just now adjusted for it. So now there will be a minute 30 in the third period. Official fixed that. Might not have caught it in the period prior. Midwest City coming in on a hard shot. Taking us to our back. Don't give up the pin here. Fight over. Fight over. He needs to fight over. You got to look at his positioning. He cannot lay flat right here. Giving up a pin in this situation will be costly to his team, and he fights himself off his back. So coaches need to be proud of that work ethic right there. 19-6 though, down 13 points. Got to make something happen in the third period. Less than a minute remaining. If you're not here and you're watching this on the live stream, it looks like you're missing out on some pretty solid soft pretzels here. All right, here we are in the third period. Down 20-6. And Midwest City's going to get some back points. Might be over right here, one way or the other. Don't give up the fall here. You can give up the tech, don't give up the fall. Sometimes that 1 point at the end of a duel is what matters. He's fighting hard here. He's trying to post post his arm out, trying to stop his shoulders from hitting the mat. Midwest City wrestlers picking up on his head and pulling that arm out to try to get him flat with 6 seconds left. He's got to stay off his back. And there it is. He will not give up the fall. But Midwest City will win by tech fall, moving their team total up to 11 points. All right. As we go into what's going to be next, it looks like we will have a forfeit by El Reno against a Midwest City wrestler. Might have 2 in a row right here. We'll see how they do this, because there could be some bumping going on to find matches, but we'll see how it is. It looks like we're going to have the first forfeit, and El Reno's not sending out anyone right here either, so it'll be a second forfeit. So that will move the score to 24-23 El Reno as we go into our next match at 132, which looks to be Isaiah Doty against Monty Whiteside. And this is why those single-point matches matter. El Reno holding on to a 24-23 lead because we did not give up the fall. Midwest City going for a headlock, kind of has themselves in a bad position here. All El Reno has to do is get the head out, which they do, and now we've got 3. And we might have blood time here. There's some blood protruding from the nose of the El Reno wrestler. So we're going to try to get that stopped and cleaned up. I didn't really see what could have caused that, but it was definitely immediate. And you can see the coaching staff working to dry those areas that were sanitized. That way there's no slippage on the mat. And it looks like it's stopped, and they'll restart. It will be the referee position here as they get into the appropriate position. The Midwest City ref is saying that he gave him an escape. He did not. He is mistaken. So the official's going to go check at the scoring table. He's going to say, no, you did not. And once again, we will start in the referee position. It was a nice try, though. Got to get your points where you can. Not a lot of pressure on top right here. Needs to stop wrestling on his knees. He's starting to put it in a little bit right here. Working a, looked like a tight waist ankle breakdown from this perspective. But right here, just not a lot of pressure on the hips. He needs to maintain it throughout, but he is going to turn him right here with a half, it looks like. Getting some back points. Might get the fall. Might get the fall. Nope, did not. He still got the full count, full amount of swipes though, so he'll take a 7-0 lead and still in control position, looking to do some more damage as this match continues. You can see the coach telling him he's wanting to do a chop breakdown right here, tight waist chop. He's got the half on. He's going out to the side to try to run it. He's not really completely broken down, but it didn't stop him last time. Midwest City wrestler not doing a good job of looking away. And we're not very deep on the half, but we do have them flat on their back. This should be a fall. And there it was. And now El Reno will take a commanding 30-23 lead. Once again, that was Isaiah Doty with the fall at 132. And we should have another match coming up at 140 between Easton Schmidt and Kramer Willis. And we're on the tack right there with a single leg. And immediately going for the half. This is going to be over quick, it looks like. And there it is, sinking it deep. He's got to look up, push his hips down, and there it is. And within 15 seconds of the first period, we get the fall by Easton Schmidt at 140, moving El Reno up 36-23 in this junior high duel. And this is going to be one of those spots where El Reno's got to decide how they're going to play it. They have a person weighed in at 155, a George Stewart. Midwest City has no one at 155. So are they going to take the forfeit, or are they going to bump up and wrestle at 170? It looks like they will bump up and wrestle at 170. So this should be George Stewart giving up around 13 pounds to Amir Braddock. And that's not going to stop him going in deep on a double leg right there. Immediately getting a takedown. Tried to get a half right away. Didn't quite get it. The guy is, he's got to be careful here. He's got to stay on his hips, get him broke down. He almost gave up a reversal right there. Trying for a tilt. He does have a leg in. Not very deep. Now it's out. Got a 2-on-1. I hear people talking for a fresh start. And now they're back to neutral, 3-1. Wrestling on the edge. A quick takedown again. And got taking him to his back. He's got really nothing to hold him there, but still held him there long enough to get some more points. He'll take a 9-1 lead early on in this first period. Working from a 2-on-1 position, rolling it there. Allowed him to get a little bit based up, but he's going to roll him back over that bar. He's going to try to anyway. Looks like he's going to go for try to have a little bit of a Tulsa ride. Went into a wing. Didn't get a very good wing. Got a potentially dangerous move call by the referee. Quick stand up by Midwest City. They're everything but out right now. Good job, El Reno staying tight with his hips. Midwest City kid trying for a switch. Standing switch is not going to get it. And then it ended up being pretty flat. I can't see what's being worked on from my perspective because the referee was in the way, but he got back into a 2-on-1, and that's the end of the period. Midwest City will defer. El Reno will choose neutral. Been choosing neutral a lot today. It's actually a little different there. And we have a stall warning. Shoes untied. Got to make sure we tape those up prior to the match. That's an important thing. Used to be a point right away. Got to be careful here. Almost got into a weird cradle position, but we're going to finish that low level right, or not finish that at a low level, but we're going to finish on the mat there. And that was nice. Did a good job of working through that. Got 2-on-1, working it over. Kind of looks like you're going for a tilt. He's got a leg in, looks like, from this angle. No, I can't tell. I might have to get my eyes checked. Are we sponsored by any eye companies?
Not yet, but keep talking and maybe we will be.
Oh, there we go. Just some angles that's kind of hard to see. Working a tripod to get it stood up. We're staying pretty tight on him right here. We'll see if we can get a return. Doing a good job staying with him. Got to return him, though. It's your responsibility to return him. Oh, going to get a cradle here. Setting it back. Oh, didn't have good positioning, but still set back the cradle. Got 2 points.
That's some very good work right there.
And unfortunately, had to tie her shoe again. Gave up 1 point for the stall. Always should tape the shoes prior to the match. For all you young wrestlers watching at home, that's why your coach asks you to do that. Gonna get a caution. Got to be on the belly button and the outside of the elbow here. He tried to start with a tight waist. There was no first move on bottom. It's going to allow Midwest City to work a little bit. Looks like he's going for a stack. I like to call this the Little League. You see it a lot in Little League, not a lot at this level, but he's going for it. Mike. He's fighting hard on it. Doesn't really have positioning on to roll him forward over, which is ideal. He's just trying to muscle him over. He's a pretty strong kid. He's keeping him there. Oh, I thought he got him over for a sec. Now he's got 2 hands to the one. He's going to take it over. Bottom man could probably get up from here if he could just get his leg loose. He's just got to kind of bounce his leg through right there. There. Okay. I'm going to tie up that leg. Needs to lift his chest up right there so he can elevate it. There you go. And now we got a reversal. 2 points for El Reno. 14-point lead in the end of the third period. I don't know why we're going to cut him there and give him the one. He might have misunderstood that. Still enough for a major decision, so he'll get 4 points there. So now we're at a 40-23 lead. So the gamble of bumping a guy up a weight pays off. So we go into the final 2 matches. It looks impossible for Midwest City to close the gap unless barring some craziness to happen and team points be deducted from ridiculous amount of unsportsmanlike conduct. Trying to bring him down right here into being real heavy on the head. Worked into there. Nice takedown. Working head in the side, trying to cradle him up. Gonna get him over right here. Not a lot of defending going on bottom right here. This is gonna be a quick pin right here. There it was.
Got him.
And this should be the final match of the junior high duel at heavyweight. Tyson Harris and Antonio Aguilar. And both of these kids are fighting real hard here. A lot of movement. You gotta like that. There's the escape. You can hear one of the coaches yelling, "No headlocks." So it goes back to the conversation that we had earlier. It's a philosophical thing, and there is a headlock attempt almost immediately after someone said that. And they award El Reno with the takedown here, and they are out. They'll get a restart here with Midwest City on bottom and El Reno in control. Try to tight waist ankle. Midwest City wrestler reaching back. As an assistant coach once said all the time on my squad, if you reach back, you end up on your back. But he will get an escape right here. And they'll be back to it, a tie match in the first period, 44 seconds left. Going for the headlock again. This time he is going to be successful. And he's going to squeeze. I think he's got that tight enough he might get the pin here. No, he's fighting off the back. But he's back pretty flat. And fighting back up. He's got to try to weasel his hips over. Don't want to turn that way. That pinned yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's one that he kind of let get away. But El Reno comes ahead, 46-29. That's a good showing. Obviously, it'd be better for both teams to not have the forfeits, but you know, at all levels, I've noticed that's been an issue. But wrestling is growing. It's one of the fastest growing sports. If you include girls wrestling, it is the fastest growing sport in the nation. But something not a lot of people talk about is wrestling. Even prior to that, has showed steady growth, at least in Oklahoma.
Yep. We'd like to take a moment and congratulate senior Matthew Steiner. He's accomplished his 100th.
And so it'll take a little bit before we get back to it because these guys are all going to warm up, and it's going to take a minute. So I think you probably want to do the break thing again.
Yeah, and definitely thank you so much, Chad. A great take on everything that you're talking about, your expertise, your knowledge, and I love the fact that you're talking to our younger viewers and saying, as a younger viewer, this is what, or younger wrestler, this is what you need to be looking for, this is what you don't need to do, that's what you do. Kind of the same thing that I do when I am on live stream with basketball is I point out, blockouts, missed opportunities, and just like you are doing. And so thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Chad is a new member of our faculty, and we're glad to have him. And we're probably going to be using him a lot because he is very, like I said, very knowledgeable, coached, and, we're glad to have you in El Reno, Chad.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You bet. Hey, on behalf of El Reno Athletic Director and the Indians head basketball coach, Rodney Hayden, Director of Athletics Operations, Mr. Fred Slaughter, El Reno High School Principal, Mr. Tim Pounds, and El Reno Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Matt Goucher, we welcome you to our home opener. The Indians are getting ready to take the mat. We've had the ladies. The ladies won against versus Perry, the Lady Indians. And the junior high was successful against Midwest City, and now it's time for our high school Indians to step up, and with Coach Anthony McDonald. Tomorrow night, the Indians will be facing off with John Marshall at 5:30 in the semifinals of the Hera tournament. Lady Indians follow at 7 o'clock. We don't know who their opponent is. They're playing right now, and I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on that. We also want to shout out Mr. Spencer Bond. He's been at Hera today, and now he's back here. And our athletic director, our athletic trainer, great young man, has a great rapport, Chad, with our kids. They trust him. They believe when he tells them to do something, and so do our coaches. And so we're very glad to have Spencer Bond on our staff and joining us. And as always, we've got Mr. Fred Slaughter down there doing his thing and helping all of this happen and opening up, turning the lights on, kicking the fires, getting everything going, because without Fred, Rodney would have to do 453 things, and with Fred, he only has to do 450 things. So we appreciate Fred so much. And my left-hand man over here on the side, Mr. Cole Owen, our producer of ElRenoIndians.tv. As always, Cole, thank you for all that you do, and we appreciate you very much. So we're going to step away. We're going to pay a few bills, and we'll be back with Indians Wrestling and Mr. Chad Slane.
At El Reno Family Dentistry, we are dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest quality of dental care in a comfortable, affordable, and friendly way. We offer a wide range of services, from digital x-rays and implants to Botox. We are insurance friendly and offer flexible financing. Call today for your free first visit at 405-262-6737. We can't wait to see you here at El Reno's most caring dental office.
For 16 years, the Jason Looper Agency has proudly served the El Reno community, backed by 50 years of combined insurance expertise. Whether it's home, auto, business, life, or renter's insurance, our team has you covered. Ready for a quote? Call us today at 405-422-2012. That's 405-422-2012. Let's protect what matters most. Underwritten by Farmers Trucker Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Yukon Tag owner and licensed operator Jeannie Pennington, your local full-service tag agency. Services including Oklahoma Real ID, driver's licenses, and state IDs. Tag and titles, notary, Pike Pass transponders, and more. Located just a short drive away at 103 East Vandament Avenue in Yukon, next to Subway. Call for more information at 405-354-3566 or email us at yukontag@gmail.com.
Locally owned Phillips Insurance is an independent insurance agency that has provided high-quality insurance products to Oklahomans for over 15 years. We specialize in home, auto, renters, boats, mobile homes, and much, much more. And we pride ourselves on the highest level of customer service. You can call us at 405-262-0442 or stop by our office located at 709 Eagle Circle in El Reno to get a quote. We'd love to serve your insurance needs.
We know you have options when it comes to your vehicles, so we are grateful for the fact that you make us your dealership of choice. Whether you are needing service or parts on your existing vehicles, or possibly you are in the market for a new or newer vehicle, at Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, we will never take your time, loyalty, and friendship for granted. We are here for you. 405-262-2466, I-40 and Highway 81, exit 125. Dorsey Jones Buick GMC, the dealership with the gray canopy covers.
Canadian Valley Pharmacy is rooted in art and science, rooted in tradition, rooted in wellness and the local community. For over 60 years, we've been serving generations of friends and neighbors. You'll find full-service prescription filling and compounding, a complete line of over-the-counter products, immunizations, medical equipment rental, boutique gift items, and gift wrapping is free. When you need wellness solutions, think of CVP. Canadian Valley Pharmacy, 1605 West Elm in El Reno.
Welcome back to El Reno Indians.tv. I'm here with Chad Slane. He'll be calling the wrestling between the Indians and the Midwest City Bombers. Before that happens, I want to thank our sponsors, Bank First of El Reno, Dorsey Jones Buick, GMC of El Reno Family Dentistry, Dr. Kristen Jackson and Dr. Eric Parsons, Healthcare One Urgent Care of El Reno Rock Island Credit Union, and our newest members, Canadian Valley Pharmacy, Jason Looper Agency, Yukon Tag Agency, owner Jeannie Pennington, and Phillips Insurance Agency, Jill Phillips. Thank you, sponsors. We appreciate you. If you'd like to be a sponsor, contact Brooke Robertson, El Reno Public Schools Community Outreach Director at brrobertson@elrenops.org. Call our office at 405-262-1107. If you can't get a hold of her, Rodney Hayden at haydon@elrenops.org. And we're back to action with Chad.
So we have an exhibition match up first. I'm not sure exactly who's involved in it, to be honest. But it is going to be an exhibition match. Started with the first period being a 1-minute period. So this is before. This will not count towards the duel. Midwest City gets the first takedown in this match, leading 3-0.
So explain, if there's some people out there watching, explain to them what an exhibition match is, Chad.
So there's going to be 14 scoring matches, assuming that you have all the weights. But either way, there's 14 spots to score. So there's 14 different weight classes, going from 106 to 285. Usually people who are not in those lineups, can wrestle a match just to get experienced. It's practice. It's a chance to be able to be seen in front of your fans, be able to be seen in front of your parents. But you're not in the starting lineup for whatever reason, or you can also have it if you have two guys that are at different weights. You don't want to risk those points, but you guys make an agreement with that coach. You guys can go wrestle, and it doesn't count towards the points of the match.
Okay.
So just the ability to get that little bit extra mat time. And we're going to have a caution right here. El Reno wrestler was not on the belly button and the elbow. He's kind of draped over. Kind of got away with it there again, but the ref probably just wanted it to get started and get this exhibition match through. Got the escape. Midwest City up 4-0. Looks like they're going to get a takedown right here as well. We'll extend that lead to 7-0. And taking the guy to his back. That looks pretty solidly like a pin, but we're still fighting there, and he will give him the pin. The exhibition matches are great tools for coaches to give younger guys some experience. Some people are, I don't know, against having a lot of them just because it takes time, but, if I could have 14 exhibition matches and then wrestle my duel, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
It's all about giving kids time to get better and giving them a chance to experience the lights before it matters.
Yeah. It's like, basketball. You have freshman team and you have JV team, and it's just building them to be better players. So, good deal.
Right here we got JT Higgins. He's a junior, I believe. He's in my class, so I should probably know that. Wrestling here, a little bit of heavyweight action. He's a pretty strong kid too. He's a little bit inexperienced, obviously, but that's what this is for, is to get him some experience.
So is he like a sophomore, or?
I think he's a junior. Just hadn't wrestled very long.
Just hadn't wrestled.
He's a football player, I know that. And wrestling makes better football players.
Yes.
So he gave up the takedown there with about 3 seconds left of the Midwest City wrestler trying to get that arm out. And he's going to hold on right here. He's giving up some size here. I think he's trying to cut down to 220 is what it looks like. Or 215 now. Sorry. Old weights. 215, so. He's got a return right there. Tried to finish up with the dude on his back. Ended up letting him get out. And there we go. We'll have 1 point for Midwest City. They're back to neutral, fighting for position. They got it over-under. Might try for a throw right here. Went for the headlock. We've seen that a few times. And we gave up the takedown. I don't mean to laugh at that, but we have seen that a few times.
And like you said, this is all about experience.
Oh, I agree. Like, here's the thing. You know, sometimes you get in the room, you start practicing, people get tired, you can hit that headlock, you start feeling pretty good about it when you're just wrestling live. All of a sudden you're in there against a dude that outweighs you by 40 pounds, and that's what you're comfortable with, and it's not the right time to hit it.
Yeah.
Midwest City wrestlers jacking up those underhooks. I would have just tried to overhook him right there, create some space, and then get back to a better position. But we once again tried for a hip toss, a headlock. But, I mean, like I said, he had wrestled long. And he's not going to give up the fall here. His time is getting ready to expire. And he wrestled hard. And like I said, I think he's trying to drop down to 215. So he's giving up some weight to this guy. So I think.
And it's things that that he may have done or not done that Coach McDonald and Coach Mogg can work on with him and help him.
Oh, 100%. He's getting coached about it right now. I know that hang of the head feeling right when you walk off the mat, so it's always going to be a learning experience from that. So we're getting ready to get introductions and stuff going, so it looks like we are going to start the actual duel here. I'm thinking based on the girls' duel that the lights will dim down and we'll get the spotlight out. Get a nice little experience.
Yeah, while we're waiting on that to happen, we want to congratulate our, and now I can't see. Thank you. We want to congratulate our district teachers of each site: Rose Witcher, Jen Travis, Lincoln, Emily Taylor, Robler, Mark Spina, Edadell, Christina Davis, El Reno Learning Center, Jimmy Percival, High School, Angela Henry, and our District Teacher of the Year from Hillcrest, Mr. Nick Phillips. And now we're back with Chad for the beginning of the duel versus Midwest City.
At 120 pounds, Midwest City is Gavin Hartgraf. For El Reno, Hollis Gore.
I know El Reno has a couple spots missing from the lineup from some injuries, and they will also have some younger guys in different places and positions that they would have had some other starters in. So it's going to be interesting to watch this play, how this plays out.
Jeremy Griffith. For El Reno, Matthew Snyder. At 144, Jordan Blanchard. And from El Reno, Hudson Brooks. At 150 for Midwest City is Jackson Hamilton. For El Reno, Cash Reyes. At 157, Gabe Young. From wrestling from El Reno, Trevor Robinson. At 165 for Midwest City is Justin Hughes. For El Reno, Hunter Myers. At 175 will be Gaston Hill. His opponent from El Reno, Theron Davis. At 190 from Midwest City is Aiden Brown. He'll be wrestling from El Reno, Malachi Eagle. At 215, Charles Dickens Lee. His opponent from El Reno, Coleman Eicher. And in heavyweight from Midwest City is Junior Ambrosia. For El Reno, Nick Mitchell. Captain City Center.
If you're just joining us for Varsity Indian Wrestling, I'm here with Chad Slane, and Chad is one of our new teachers here at El Reno and a former head coach for wrestling, and very knowledgeable, and you're really going to enjoy his commentary. Chad, take it away.
You know, you can just start making up stuff if you want. I'd enjoy that as well. I'm just throwing that out there. Hey, this was actually a really solid choice for a walkout song. I'll give them that. Sorry, I've been making fun of kids for their choices all day, but this one was a solid choice. We got Mason Hoffman against J.J. Reeves to open up the duel. Working from a 2-on-1 tie. Kind of trying to bump him there. Could have probably kept with it. I always find that makes people uncomfortable in that position. The Midwest City Wrestler doesn't appear to be initiating much, but we're kind of working through different ties, trying to feel them out. Right here, we're hanging in a collar. Good snap right here would be probably a good way to figure out how tough this guy is. And there we go. We see him dunking his head a little bit, trying to be a little physical, tying up the wrists. Kind of looked like a low-level attempt right there. Not sure if he was just making a move there to. Yep, there it was. It was for sure a low-level attempt there, just trying to get in there and get something quick. Really got to do a little bit of job of clearing this tie a little bit, right? If he could do that, the offense is there. There it is. Got it. Nice. That's what he was working for. Going with the arm chop. You can see there's a little bit more experience at this level than we saw, obviously, in the junior high and some of this stuff earlier.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's pressuring into the hips right there. He's keeping a good position, keeping him flat. Let him base up right there and then right back to a breakdown. And we're going to end that period 3-0. Pretty one-sided first period. I mean, 3-0 is, a good way to start, especially if there's not a lot of discrepancy in the skill levels. But I think that so far, El Reno showed to be the superior guy. We're going to get a caution from bottom, leaving a little early. Switching sides. Trying to attempt to throw in a leg there. Not a very good attempt. That's a dangerous thing. Midwest City Wrestler might end up on his back right here. He's for sure giving up the reversal. We're going to try to head in the side right there, trying to get a cradle look. We're going to go on top, wrestle on the boundary, and we're going to get a restart. Up 5-0 at the start of the second period. Decent first move, but then nothing after that with the Midwest City Wrestler. We're keeping control on top. We're going to get him flat right here. Going to roll that arm underneath him. You can see him. We're working him over it into the chicken wing, it looks like, on this side. Yep. He's got both hands to it. Yeah. A reinforced bar type. He's getting it a little bit deeper. Might come outside to run it here. Midwest City kids use some of that looseness to base up, but now he's trying to use that pressure to push him up to his feet. You can hear the Midwest City coaches telling him to come to the feet. And he's going to get turned over right here, even from that base position. Those shoulders are down. That is a very uncomfortable position to be in. And he's bridging. That's a pretty good bridge. Respect.
Lots of strength in that neck.
El Reno wrestler is trying to use his knee to kind of push his head over. You see that happen, switching positions here. Does not get the pin. He's going to get 4 points, though, so it'll be 9-0. I think Coach McDonald probably wants a pin here, just giving that he's going to give up a forfeit in the second period, so the pin helps you. A tech's good, too. 5 is good. I mean, you can get those points back, but I mean, we've been the better wrestler this whole time. I mean,
right.
There's no reason that you don't want a pin here.
For us novice people that are tuning in, how many points is a pin?
So pin for the team is 6 points.
Okay.
Right here, he's in a good position looking to cradle the guy. Tech fall will be 5 points. I didn't see what just blood looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so a pin is 6 points. A tech fall is 5 points. Major decision will be 4 points, and then of course a fall is 3. So anytime you can get a pin, I mean that's obviously a 6 point swing. It takes 2 matches of regular falls for the other team to catch up. So, I mean that's big. And then when you give up a forfeit, it's the same as a fall. So, and then I mean, we can go. I'm not exactly sure the order of criteria, but if for some reason the duel were to end in a tie, there's criteria for tie-breaking criteria, and part of it is, your forfeits and 6 point matches and things like that. So you want to get as many of those as possible. And like I said, I'm not exactly sure which order they fall into. There's a big giant list in the wrestling manual. And every time that it's ever became a deal, even the referees brought out the manual, so I don't think they have that one memorized either, so I don't feel bad about it.
Well, I alluded to him earlier, and Spencer Bond is over there doing his magic, trying to help the Midwest City wrestler out and get the bleeding stopped. I don't know if it was a nose or if he got hit in the lip or what, but Spencer's over there working with that young man.
Having been at places that have had trainers and also been at places that don't, having a trainer is a much better option.
Yeah.
100% better option. Immediately working for a breakdown right here. The Midwest City wrestler looking for his first points. He's got to his feet. And looks like we got a stoppage for potentially dangerous. Might have had the arm tied up right there as they were coming to his feet. Probably should have been a caution right there. Yep, the ref got it. Looks like he's going for a stack, a 3/4 stack right here. A Midwest City wrestler is going to make that hard from that position to get that wrap down. There's some different things he could do here from this position besides, but.
And right here, Chad, it's so much about leverage because these guys weigh basically the same.
That's true. And, with little guys, like these guys usually have, if you were to go down a wrestling roster and you were to count years of experience, like probably I'd say 90% of the time the guys at this weight are going to have the most experience. These are going to be the guys that almost to a man wrestled in Little League, wrestled for longer periods of time.
Right.
When you get to the upper weights, you're going to have some football players and guys like that are just good athletes that came out to wrestling. They might have came out in 7th grade. I've seen some come out in junior year and have some success. But these guys are the ones that are going to for sure be and we got a stall right here, stall warning. Can't just keep backing up off the mat. And that was with 11 seconds left. We need points. Got to score. Got to go for it here. Still going to win, 12-1. Still going to get the major. So we're going to take a 4-0 lead, but they're going to give that right back with this forfeit at 113, and then we'll have a match between Hollis Gore and Gavin Harkrider at 120, and that's another one that you really want to win because right after that you have at 126 we're giving up another forfeit.
Another forfeit. Now, are they giving up any forfeits on down the line? Or?
They give up one at 132, and so
okay.
I'll be interested to see. I'll be interested to see how all this plays out. So Hollis Gore is a freshman out here. Getting an opportunity to wrestle in the starting lineup. He's trying not to give up the go behind, trying to score himself.
And you said he was a freshman.
Yep. He is a freshman. Like I said, a lot of younger guys are getting some opportunities due to some injuries and some other issues. So I believe when I talked to Coach McDonald, he said there's around 7 people out of the lineup. Waterfall position, you can get to it. So just keep circling around. Try to shelf that leg on it. Get your head up a little bit. And that's unfortunate. And now he's going to run that arm over. That's a really uncomfortable position.
Yeah, it looked like it.
For a while, and I didn't see he had the Corder Nelson on there, but for a while I thought we were going to be in a position to score right there, and that's how some of those things work out. Like I said, you could feel like you're in a good position, and then give up a fall. So yeah, and so there is 18-4 Midwest City, and that's the unfortunate thing is like there's not really a lot of room for errors when you're giving up forfeits.
So we just got one back.
Yeah, Diesel Baker. He's one of the more talented kids on the squad, and getting a forfeit there. I mean, he's one of those guys that you would expect to go out and get a win. I was joking around with him earlier. I told him, hey, I asked him, are you named after former 1994 WWF champion Big Daddy Cool Diesel? Of course, he had no idea what I was talking about. So,
all right.
So we got Matthew Snyder and Jeremy Griffin at 138. Dual score as 18-10. We're working aggressively here. He immediately gets the guy into the back, and we're going to cut him loose and look for more. If I had to guess right now, I'd say there is an experience gap, possibly maybe a little bit of an athleticism gap between these two as we cut the guy loose and look for more again. So we're taking a quick 6-2 lead in this match. And
now, who is this on the map for El Reno?
This is Matthew Snyder. Matthew Snyder. Nice little snap there. Went for what appeared to be kind of an ankle pick or some sort of low level. Nice. He's getting that arm back there. You got to make sure to keep it legal right here. He's got. Going to kind of snake him over there. To the pin.
Got it. Nice job by Snyder.
He navigated three different positions right there and finished with the pin. So that'll move El Reno a little bit closer, 18-16, as we go into Hudson Brooks at 144. Said Hudson just now, I found out, as a senior. I talked to him a little bit before this started. I asked him if there was anything special I'd want to say, or he wanted me to say about him, and he said no, and I said, well, I'll just have to make something up. I haven't thought of anything yet, but we'll see how this match goes. Drop down. Kind of was in a fireman position there for a second. Didn't quite get it. Might try a headlock here. It looks like both of them are kind of going for it. And they're going to go off the mat right here and get a restart. I'll tell you, I really like that Hudson just was immediately back out there, immediately going for a shot.
Yes.
Like, if I'm coaching a kid, that's what I want to see. I don't want people walking around. I want them being ready to go, be aggressive, get ready to score points. Nothing given up yet. Can get a go behind right here. And there it is, 3 points.
Nice.
We're going to get the first points of the match. Number one way to score in wrestling is the go behind. Most people don't realize that. Keeping them flat. And this is what I was talking about earlier. You know, you pressure into somebody like that, you're taking the air out of him. Right. Especially, you can see him. He's using his whole body to pressure into him. He's going to get a tilt. Tilts are good, cheap points if you can get them. Working a crossface here, solid crossface. Getting a position, looks like he's going to run a crossface cradle. He's long enough to do it looks like, but he ran out of time. Midwest City will defer. Coach McDonald chooses down. See how explosive we can be on bottom. Get a first move, get a quick one, and work to get another takedown. Reverse switch right away.
That was nice.
Not going to get it there, I don't think. He's still fighting for it, still fighting for it, still fighting for it. A little bit. Nice. He's got the leg in. He's football in the head. He's getting the back points.
And there's a long time to go when you're in that kind of position.
He's going to let him over and try to get some more right here. I can't tell if he still has the leg in or not. But either way, he's in a control position. Now the leg is out. He's still around the head, and looks like he's going to try to turn it into a crossface, going to try to run the cradle again. He could suck that arm in and work a barbed wire too. That guy's just kind of laying there and taking it from him right now. In fact, we're going to get a stall warning on Midwest City. He's going to work that arm across. And he's going to thread the needle. And there it is. That should be a pin.
Good job.
Yep.
Got him.
Hammerlock is a very uncomfortable position to be in, and if you can keep a guy right there, there's a lot of good pinning techniques. Some good tilts there, too.
Yeah. Yeah. Great. Great job. He's worn out.
Yeah?
He is gassed. He is laying down. He worked hard.
Yeah. Conditioning is a big part of it for sure. So we got Cash Reyes. He gives up the 3 right there, but he's a little bit of a fire plug there. He's got a lot of energy. I think he's going to get up and get out quick. I heard one of the people in the stands just say up and out, so I think they're thinking the same thing I do. He's moving. Probably should have went for a stand-up there. He went for a secondary move first. If you want to create space, as my wife would say whenever we talk wrestling, just stand up. He's up to a standing position in a wizard position, trying to kick his leg loose, and there's the one. That's what you need to have. He could have done that a lot earlier and had a little bit more time to work with, but he's still got a minute 20. He's got a pressure. You can hear the Midwest City coach saying, don't reach. Okay, that's a good talent. He working a low level. I was talking to him about ankle picks earlier. I'll tell you what would help him out is him keeping a collar or something when he goes there. It allows you to have a little bit more pressure forward. Right here, he's going to have to elevate and work. Right here, he can come out the back. Just come out the back. Elevate it, come out the back. Force the guy forward. He has his head down. That's never a good position to be in. He's going to try to elevate here, but it's hard to elevate against your own body.
Right, yeah.
Shelf the leg up. Don't worry about his hand. Shelf the leg up. There you go. Now he's in a double leg position. Hopefully he can finish there. Just go straight forward. Go, there you go, yep.
Nice job.
I don't know why I'm coaching him. He can't hear me.
Hey, that's good stuff. I'm actually learning.
He's trying to stop his leg from getting across there. He's got the arm. He needs to keep pressure on him. It looks like he's going for a ball and chain. He's working his opponent's arm between his legs right there. There's a lot of tilts. There's different things you can work from there. But ran out of time. We are ahead 4-3 though. So we got to see if we can build for that. El Reno will defer. Midwest City is going to choose down. So Cash will once again start on top. We'll see how explosive this guy is from a fresh start. He waited. He is going to get to a stand-up position. He's out. Felt like that was a little bit slow motion. I feel like we could have defended that stand-up a little bit better, but first move, you got to have an aggressive first move. Whatever you're going to do for a breakdown, you got to know what you're going to do, and you got to do it. There you go.
It's close.
He's going to get the pin here.
Got it.
sometimes I don't know. Sometimes doing those little unorthodox things like that are effective.
You know, Reno takes a 28-18 lead.
They needed that one.
Yeah, was that the one that you were saying that they needed?
It's definitely one of those ones you need to move up there. So now you got some room. So now it's all matches the rest of the way. So it's gonna be whoever has the best lineup going forward. And you have 10 points of space. That was nice. You could tell some of these kids definitely work Greco in the spring. You're seeing a lot of some nice looking upper body techniques, some throws, some things like that.
So Greco basically is more upper body?
Yeah, no leg attacks.
Okay. How many of these that you've got to know since you've been here are also football players?
I know there's a few of them for sure. Like I said, most of your guys, your upper weights, are going to be football players. I mean, I know there's some that wrestled last year, because I know there's a couple kids that he was planning on having this year that are doing powerlifting right now, and they're telling me they're going to come back next year or whatever. But I mean, there usually is a lot of not changeover. That's not the wrong word, but there's a lot of crossover between your upper weights and football players. And like I said, I don't know everyone on this group. I wish I did, but this kid right here definitely looks like a football player if he's not. So.
Yeah.
But I know JT, who we saw in an exhibition match earlier, he's a football player. I've talked to a couple other ones that are for sure football players, and hopefully in the future you get a couple more of those guys out and get them battling in the room, and competition, makes everyone better.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I was saying that is you're saying Greco, and that is a lot of what football players need, is that hand combat, if you will.
Hand fighting, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, that's what you do in the offensive line and defensive line. It's all hand fighting and positioning. So you get, like, a lot of the throws and stuff work a lot of offensive line technique. A lot of the hand fighting works a lot of defensive line technique. So there's a lot of crossover there.
Yeah.
So for all you Little League guys that are playing football right now and have never thought about wrestling, it's a good choice. Good choice.
Mm-hmm. Well, and as we see more and more and more, even a receiver, they have to do a lot of hand fighting in this day and time. A lot more than they used to. So.
100%. I mean.
So even your slimmer kids, that.
I think I mentioned this earlier when we were talking about junior high, and you get past, your 138 and up. I mean, you're getting a lot of guys that are going to be your two-sport athletes and things like that. Now, a lot of your lower weights, your 106, your 113, a lot of those guys might be wrestler guys only. They might do cross-country, for the shape and stuff like that. But, of course, I say that in Chandler. I had a kid that played 113, or wrestled 113, played football. He broke his collarbone in football because he's 113 going up against some big guys.
Right.
Of course, he came back and was at 138, qualified for state, and finished third at regionals. And so, I mean, that can happen too. So, I mean, you never know how it works out. But kid loves football. You never want to be that guy to be like, yeah, you're 113, you probably shouldn't play football. Well, no, if he loves to play, he should play.
Yeah, right.
Looks like we're trying to get a cradle turn before we have it locked up. That could be a little dangerous, can allow a guy to escape or settle on top of you, but we got a leg in now. Looks like he's gonna get that leg out of it. Right now, if I'm the El Reno wrestler, I might be trying to use my other leg to kind of pull his leg back on top of mine so I can get it back in. He's fighting to not allow that to happen, though, the Midwest City wrestler is.
Now, these two guys are very evenly matched.
From a physical standpoint, you're 100% right, so far anyway. And El Reno's looking try to get that leg back in, so this kid must like to ride legs. Riding legs it's a good way to score, but it can be dangerous because once you get out of position, once the defending wrestler is like starting to pull your legs out and get in control of you, you don't have a lot of places to go. You can end up on your back. So, in my experience in high school, there's guys that throw legs, and then there's really good leg riders. So hopefully, if we're doing it, we're really good at it. Probably should have been a caution for the Midwest City kid. He started a little bit before the whistle, but it didn't get seen. He's breaking us down flat pretty good. Let's see what we can work ourselves back up, what this guy's going to try to do as we have the 3-0 advantage in this match. It looks like he's working a cradle right here. And we're out. Got to get our head out of that arm, and now we can use that arm. Him leaving his arm there is a way to turn him. Anytime you leave that arm on the head in different positions, you're taking a risk. We weren't able to take advantage of it. Now we're in a wizard position. They still had control, and now they have one, so they will get their first point of the match. We're up 5-1. Nice little scramble
and we
there.
scored 2. Why did we score 2 right there?
Reversal.
Okay.
So reversals 2 points, takedowns 3. So your takedowns last year, of course, would have been 2. So it would have all been pretty. Like I said, it's all changing at a pretty rapid pace. They want to see people score.
Yes.
Scoring's more exciting, and so trying to increase interest there. A little sweep single attempt. Wasn't able to finish. We're still in an underhook position there. We could probably use that to get in on another score. But we're going to get back out and work back to center. 30 seconds left. Low-level attempt from Midwest City. Looks like he's going to finish there. He's going to climb up top. Got to get his head out there to score. Yep, there we go. We tried to sit the corner there. Weren't able to do it. Now we're in a sit-out position here. That's not going to be good. Man, he just was able to bridge over there. That was a lot of core strength right there.
Yes.
But we still are a 5-4 match now. It's a lot closer than what it was. Just a few things. Like I said, when you get those 3-point takedowns, it changes quick.
Right. Yeah.
Can't just sit on a lead. A little bit of roll. Kind of a weak Granby attempt right there. We're going to dig that arm in, though. Looks like we might be able to get a wing right here. Shadow's kind of preventing me from seeing if he's got it in. He does. He's got it on his back. Now you just got to keep it legal and start turning this guy. This dude's pretty strong, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude is pretty strong. He's up. There's the one. That was pure strength of will right there. We're going to get the takedown quick, though. I mean, that was a quick response after the tie. But we might be able to give it up the reversal. This is what I was talking about with trying to throw in a leg. He has that foot. He can finish on top right here, get into a control position, and then get back points. He's not. He's going to at least get the 2, though. like I said, that is dangerous. If you're not great at riding legs, you can put yourself at risk. He's got the wing in on us here. Not very deep, though. Now he's got it deep. And he gave it up. Giving us an opportunity here, leaving this 1-point lead. He did not give him the one, so he tried to get a cut and get a quick takedown there. Wasn't enough separation. The referee didn't give him the one. And it looks like we have blood time again. Did you see how much time was left right before it went to blood time?
I think it was about 7 seconds, 27 seconds, 26, something like that.
So if Midwest City might try to just cut him here, give him the one, and start feet. So you give up 1 point, try to get the 3, take the lead. I was watching the Piedmont duel with El Reno, and there was a time period where one of the coaches, I can't even remember which side, was telling their kid, hey, cut him, and they didn't do it, so they had to wait until they had a stoppage there, and then started feet, and they just didn't have enough time to get the takedown. So I assume Coach Walker from Midwest City might be thinking right here, maybe we just go ahead and start on our feet, give them the 1 point, and try to get a quick takedown. So might be looking at 9-7 from neutral with around 30 seconds left to go.
So the strategy would be give up the 1 so you could get the 3.
Right.
Yeah.
You give up the 1, you put yourself down 2, but like I said, 1 takedown and it's over.
Yeah.
Last year that'd tie it. Now that gives you the lead. So
So, and like you said, that keeps them from being able to stall. It rewards the one that's more aggressive.
That's what it's about.
And that's good. That makes it more exciting.
Yeah, and there was a push, by some people that, just do freestyle, because freestyle is, more aggressive from the feet, a lot more offense. There's a lot less mat wrestling, though, in it, So to me, I still love folk style. It's still my favorite style because
Right.
I like the control. I like the technicality, like the technical skills of, wrestling on the mat. But
I'm staying correct. It was 32.
Okay, 32 seconds. He did choose feet, so it is 9-7. He's going to try to spend this last 30 seconds to get a takedown. He's being aggressive here.
Yeah, he is. 20 seconds to go. We got 10.
So 10 seconds left. He tried to force a stall there, but that's not going to help him out because he can only get 1 from that. It looks like we're going to have blood time again. I will say this. Advantages, he's getting to rest here for a second. Disadvantages, now he probably has 2 of those things stuck in his nose and about
breathing.
Yeah. So he's happy that there's only 10 seconds left because he will not be able to breathe. You can see the El Reno coaches giving their wrestler last pointer saying, hey, don't give up anything. It's okay. You can probably stall here. He's just going to get a warning. And I know that sounds kind of weak, but a win's a win.
Well, yeah, and, 10 seconds left in the match, and he's worked hard.
Yeah, I agree.
Both of them have.
This is a good match.
So whatever your strategy is, whatever your advantage is, make it work for you.
I'm telling this dude to get as low as possible, not to be able to. That way, there's no way that he can get in on you. Not deep. Like this guy's gonna have to snap me down and somehow go behind me as fast as he can, or right there, that low level is what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh, tried for a lat drop. They're going to talk at the table after that one, 100%. They're going to talk at the table 100%. they're going to argue that he had control after when they went back and he got run. He's going to say nah.
And the ref was walking toward him, shaking his head no.
You got to give the Midwest City kid props.
Yeah.
That was a big time attempt. It was a good match between the two of them.
It's a really good match.
So here we are, 31-18.
Now wrestling for your El Reno Indians, Junior Hunter Myers.
165, Hunter Myers against what appears to be Jackson Muse. A win here make it really hard for Midwest City to stay in it. Not impossible. It won't shut the door completely, but it'll make it very, very difficult. Working from the underhook. Got double unders, it looks like. Jacking him up. Working to switching from there to the single. Trying to switch to a double. Back into the underhook. Good sprawl. Got to be careful though. Go ahead and lift the elbow there. Get his. Yeah, there you go. Get that arm separated. Keep. There you go. Now get around. He should be able to work for at least a turn here for sure. Probably a pin. Get it in there tight. Get off your knees. Get off your. Okay. Got the 4. Did you happen to hear what they just said? Right here, you get the fall. That'll move the dual score to 37-18.
Now wrestling for your El Reno Indians, freshman
Darren Davis at 175, says he's a freshman. In on the double. Good takedown. Working from a 2-on-1 to, ooh, nice, into a stack. I was told one time that wouldn't work. That was nice. You got the quick pin because it does work. You have that 2-on-1 position, you got the ankle, you club over the head, get him rolling forward.
Now wrestling for your El Reno Indian, sophomore Malachi Eagle.
And that makes the overall dual score 43-18. Kind of moving it out of range for Midwest City. Nice takedown for the Midwest City wrestler. We're still fighting here, fighting to get up. We got to avoid getting cradled right here. He's working to get there. Got to fight the hands now. Don't want him to get over. If he gets himself over right here, this should be a fall. So we have to fight right now. You got to tie your ankles together and kick while fighting the hands. We're waiting too long to do that. We for sure have just given up 4. And he's going to cut us loose. It worked more. We got to fight ourselves back inside. We are. We're working hard at least. Looks like we're giving up a little bit of size and probably some experience, but we're going to 100% wrestle this one out hard. Suicide cradle. Cradling him over himself. Sometimes that can be dangerous if you accidentally have your hand slip and they wind up on top of you, but it worked out and you got a few points there. Kind of a snap down, go behind. And there was the tech fall. Yeah, awarding 5 points to Midwest City, bringing the score to 43-23 with 2 remaining. So 35 at this point is the most that Midwest City can get. And this is a little bit out of reach, but still a lot of action to be had. See how some of these guys do individually. Little Ozzy Osbourne as the walkout song. Good choice. I guess it'd be Black Sabbath, right? So it'd be Paranoid. Still, Ozzy's a singer.
Yeah.
Both wrestlers working fakes, coming back up, going back down, trying to get a guy to change levels to get out of position. Going to score with a go behind, but not before the end of the period.
Pretty much a stalemate.
Yeah. Like you could hear coaches say, like, one of the more common things that are said when you get up to these weights is, stop resting, be aggressive. Sometimes you get these big guys and they think too much about their position. They get worried that they're going to get stuck underneath somebody else. And so you get to the second period, you get a lot more action. Got a tripod and stand up. There it is. You're out. Shouldn't have gave up the 2 before that, but
right.
You'd still like to see your wrestler work like a pass by here or a bump or anything that causes like forward movement so where you can work around behind them.
Yes. I was just thinking that they're pretty much just standing and hand fighting, you know.
And that's what it ends up being sometimes with these bigger weights, especially like, you know, if you're worried the other guy might be stronger than you and you shoot and you get stuck underneath them and then you end up giving up scores or worse, a fall.
Right.
And that's what they think in their head when, you know, they've worked on these positions countless times at practice. And they just got to be aggressive and go for it. And you can see the faking out. And I mean, it's not just a one-sided deal. It's both guys that have that mindset. So right here.
Yes.
This is surprising if Midwest City chooses neutral. As coach is telling him to go down, I didn't see what he told the ref. He told him neutral. That's, I guess he's just wanting to.
There we go.
Good takedown. And that's why he probably shouldn't have went neutral. So now he's giving up 3.
Right.
He's got the wing drawn in over here. He's kind of really high, riding on the dude high. I mean, on one hand, it's harder to, like, use your upper body. But on the other hand, you can just, you know, use your hips to base up.
Right.
Because you're creating space.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is what you were talking about where the air goes out of the person on the bottom.
It can, especially if you start driving in your hips into them. Like right there. That's whenever it starts being that way.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get the restart right here. And if you're the Midwest City coach, you're telling your kid to tripod and stand up just immediately right on the whistle. So the longer you stay down there, the harder your job is.
Right. Minute and 10 to go. Now it's just your will over their will.
That's what riding top and being on bottom is all about. You got to ride the bull or be the bull.
You bet.
There's a little bit too much space here. You want to get this guy flat if you're El Reno. You got to do whatever you can to get the guy flat because he gets that space. Now he's up. Now it's a 1-point match. 30 seconds. He tried to pass by right there. Oh, got caught. 3. Looks like he's going to get back up.
20 seconds.
3-point match. Still within reach. This is kind of exciting here towards the end. And that might have been all he had. And I'll tell you, I've been in the position where that Midwest City coach is right now. You have 4 seconds left. Why didn't you do that 2 seconds ago?
Right.
Give yourself a chance to win.
He was pretty gassed.
I'd rather be gassed than win.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sophomore, Nick Mitchell.
That's some pretty good music.
Yeah, I'm not familiar, but it's awesome. Oh.
Blocked a couple times. Good job by Nick.
Yeah, Midwest City kid is working that underhook. Or actually, it was an overhook. My bad. He was working that overhook trying to leverage him, and now he's got over-under. Could see a lat drop attempt right here. Could see what he's going for. He's just going to take him straight to his back. That's not a good place to be. You start weighing over 225 pounds, it's hard to get off your back.
Yeah.
Come on, get over. Yeah, you weigh 260, and a guy that weighs another dude that weighs 260 puts you on your back. It's hard to get over.
Yes.
And that looks like it'll conclude the duel. El Reno will take the win, 46-29, but there were a lot of good matches in there.
Yes, there were. Both teams very competitive.
I appreciate you letting me be out here and call some of these. It was a lot of fun.
No. Let me tell you, thank you. And you are welcome anytime that we do wrestling to come up here and join.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Join nothing. I will join you. But thank you so much. I did find out, Chad, that McGinnis girls won, so our girls will be playing McGinnis tomorrow night in the semifinals, and our boys will be playing John Marshall at 5:30 and the girls at 7 o'clock in the Hera tournament. So El Reno Nation, you do a great job traveling and following our kids. We had a good turnout tonight, and again, Chad, thank you so much for helping us out. I appreciate it. I asked Coach McDonald if he knew of somebody, and he mentioned your name, and sure do appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you having me.
And I learned a lot from
good.
listening to you. So I hope some young wrestlers that may be listening to this learned from you as well. So for Chad, for Cole Owen, I'm Kurt Parker. Thank you so much for joining us, ElRenoIndians.tv and wrestling. And congratulations to Coach Anthony McDonald and his Indians at a win tonight versus Midwest City. We will see you soon. And as Dallas always says, and he's not here, go Indians.